Everyone. Today we are going to discuss entropy and spontaneity of the process or reaction. Now, how entropy affect the spontaneity of reaction, that is to be known. For that, consider a feasible reaction or spontaneous reaction, that is consider H2O2 liquid and it merely undergo decomposition producing H2O liquid and O2 gas. And for this reaction, for the decomposition of H2O2, entropy change recorded is 126 joule per Kelvin, which happens to be positive. So as per this reaction is concerned, it clearly indicates that if the entropy change of system is positive, then reaction seems to be feasible or spontaneous. Now take a look at consider another feasible reaction. Consider the reaction of formation of H2O liquid. So constituents are H2 gas and O2 gas tend to combine and that lead to the formation of H2O liquid. Now, as far as this reaction is concerned, entropy change recorded is minus 327 joule per Kelvin. Now this is also spontaneous reaction. Once initiated, go for the completion. Go in direction, go in one direction. But as far as entropy change of this reaction is concerned, it is negative one. It means that not solely entropy of system can explain the spontaneity or feasibility of the reaction. Thus, what we need to do, we need to take care of entropy of surrounding as well. Now consider the same reaction, formation of H2O liquid at room temperature, at 298 Kelvin. So as far as this reaction is concerned, then we have already discussed that entropy change comes minus 327 joule per Kelvin, and at 298 Kelvin, enthalpy change for this reaction recorded is minus 572 kilojoule. Now, we need to calculate first of all entropy of surrounding for this specific reaction. Now, delta S without subscript explains the entropy of system, and we know entropy of system minus 327 joule per Kelvin. Now to calculate entropy change of surrounding for this specific reaction, we know very well minus delta H by T gives the entropy of surrounding. Now for this delta H, that is enthalpy change of reaction, recorded is minus 572 kilojoule, that is in joule one can write in this fashion. So divided by temperature, that is 298 Kelvin. Now by calculating this, one can get 1919 joule per Kelvin. So this is the entropy change and surrounding, delta S of surrounding. Now we need to take care of delta S total, that is total entropy, that is the entropy change of system plus that of surrounding. Thus delta S total for this can be given as, so delta S without subscript is for entropy change of system, and when we add to this entropy change in surrounding, we get the delta S total. Now delta S of system is negative, that is minus 327 plus delta S of surrounding 1919 joule per Kelvin. When we do the calculation for this, it comes 1592 joule per Kelvin, which happens to be the positive value. Thus, when delta S total is positive or greater than 0, then reaction is spontaneous. Whereas when total entropy change, that is delta S total, is less than 0, when it comes negative, then reaction is non-spontaneous, then reaction is non-spontaneous, and remember, when delta S total is equals to 0, then equilibrium is established in reaction, then equilibrium is attained in the given reaction. So it's what all about the entropy and the spontaneity of a reaction. Thank you very much.